One time, trying to make a video, and then I kept doing all these takes to try to make it like perfect the way I wanted, but then it just wasn't working. The harder I tried it, the worse it got. It's like, you know, like you've already jacked off, but you're trying to re-jack off, but your dick is just like, hey bro, you're done. So recently there was a social media awards in Auckland where they announced like social media influencers such as myself for various awards, and I was nominated for Best in Entertainment, and I actually won the award. Hey, holla at your boy, chi.
Alrighty, now this winner, you guys all know him for making funny, inspirational videos on social media that brighten and enhance everybody's day. The winner is main man SMCAKL for Best in Entertainment.
And it's been a pretty crazy journey. Like, I think only this year I started calling myself an influencer, you know. Before, when people ask me what I did, you know, as a hobby or whatever, I'm just like, oh, you know, I make like videos online for like Facebook and stuff, and they're like, oh, that's cool, what a weird fucking cunt, Jesus Christ. Nah, never like that. They've always been like, that's real cool, can I suck your dick kind of thing. Okay, not like that either. Okay, none of those things happen. Anyways, and it's like, being an influencer, like, I felt like it's changed me as a person so much for the better, you know. Like, I wouldn't be who I am today without being an influencer, you know. Like, my ego would be so much smaller, and my dick would be so much smaller. I'm just kidding. Okay, I've always had kind of like anxiety, kind of like self-esteem issues when I was growing up. Like, I've always been like a little bit like, oh fuck, strangers, people judging me. If I walk down the street, I'm like, everyone's staring at me, they're gonna look at me. If I make the slightest fucking like mistake with my movements, they're gonna laugh at me and will freak the fuck out of me. Like, even now, you know, if I walk down the street or I'm in a public place, I'm just like, okay, be cool, Tam. My point is that being an influencer, it's helped me gain a lot of confidence as a person and not to be scared to be myself in public. It's real fucking scary when you start off making content on the internet. It's like, you make this video or whatever, you put it out there to be fucking judged by strangers, and it's like, there's a fear that it's like, what if people don't like me? What if people don't like the content? Am I gonna be exiled from society? Holy shit. And it's just real fucking freaky. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people go through that process with life, you know, especially when they talk with girls, whatever, but like, imagine that times 1.5, because talking to girls is really scary. So I mean, when I first started, I put some videos up, and thankfully it was pretty funny, or I guess, you know, it's pretty much only my friends saw it, they found it pretty funny, and I was like, oh, I feel pretty chuffed, I'm a funny guy, I can make funny videos, yay. I felt kind of good about myself, but I still felt like it was a little bit fake, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm just putting myself in this like curated format, I'm like editing everything, and it's like, it wasn't very me. Despite that, the fact that people liked it kind of made me like feel less scary about, you know, kind of putting myself out there, gave me confidence, so to speak. But it wasn't until I started doing my kind of real talks kind of thing where it really helped me as a person. Before then, it's like, every time I did something, I kind of try to keep it PG, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to offend anybody, I don't want anybody to be like, hey you, I don't like your opinion, I'm gonna say shit about you. Then I would be like, oh, that makes me sad, I feel like a piece of shit. So I did stuff like that, so feeling like shit, I did that. I still do that. So I kept everything PG just to keep it, you know, keep it tame. But then one time, trying to make a video, and then I kept doing all these takes to try to make it like perfect the way I wanted, but then it just wasn't working. The harder I tried it, the worse it got. It's like, you know, like, you've already jacked off, but you're trying to re-jack off, but your dick is just like, hey bro, you're done, man, like, stop it, you know? No? Is that just me? Okay, let's just stop it with those dick metaphors. Kidding, I'm gonna keep pushing those dick metaphors, because that's me. That's my suppressed sexuality that I need to put. Okay, anyways, it's not about that right now. It's about me, and about you, and about everybody, and just shut the fuck up. And, you know, I got so frustrated doing all those takes that at one point I'm just like, fuck it. And then I just like swore, I'm like, fuck it, fuck society, dicks and shit. And then, blah, like this whole mess of like, disgusting rawness, you know, what I thought it was disgusting, kind of came out. And then I listened to it back, and I'm like, fuck, that feels so real, that sounds so natural and so raw. I'm just like, oh yeah, you know, it felt really good for me, because I kind of actually expressed the shit that I had in my chest. I'm just like, and it was just good. But then I had this like crazy piece of content. I'm like, fuck, should I release this? Are people gonna fucking like spaz out and be like, what the fuck, dude, this is crazy? So I was like, maybe I shouldn't, but then I was like, nah, fuck it, you know what, like, I put all this time and effort, it's like, you know, like, cognitive dissonance, like, you know, I'm gonna put it out there because I put so much effort into it, so I chucked it up, and I was so fucking scared to check, you know, if people liked it or commented on it, so I didn't check for ages, but when I did, people were pretty positive. They were like, holy fuck, bro, this is like, oh, I love how raw you are, I love this shit, it's like, and it's just real good positive comments, and I was just like, I went from being fucking terrified to being like, oh fuck yeah, you know, it's like, Gryffindor, Alpha Kill Aesthetic, you know, like, I was like, yeah. It just felt real good, and I was like, yeah man, like, you know, and I cut up some cocaine, and you know, it made me realize it's like, when I'm being raw and just being me and just like fucking chucking shit out there, you know, without any filters or any like editing or like trying to like compose this perfect imagery of myself, and I just throw myself out there and people still like me. In fact, they probably like me even more because I was being real. I was like, well shit, that's fucking cool, like I can just be myself and just do my shit and it doesn't fucking matter what anyone else says and they still fucking love me. And I was like, oh well, that's cool, that takes a lot of pressure off. I don't have to like do all this shit to make myself presentable. I can just do whatever the fuck I want and that's probably okay. And that just made me feel a lot more freer as a human being, because imagine that you can just walk down the street, take your pants off and shit on the streets and everyone, okay, no, I'm just kidding, don't actually do that. You get the metaphor, and it felt really good, and just I felt free as a person and as an influencer. I'm just like, well, from then onwards I can just make content and I can be as edgy as I want it to be, and people will probably like it more than if I was trying to make it like real, like tame and shit. And that's why I kind of started doing more talks, you know, with this kind of page, because before it was more just skits, and it was more like therapy for me, so I just kind of started doing more talks. And I mean, I still do skits from time to time because, you know, don't get me wrong, I love making skits, I love making like dick jokes and shit, that's all me, that's all there, but from time to time, you know, I just gotta keep it real, because sometimes you lose yourself by like being in society, so you just gotta do a real talk once in a while to just kind of boom, like, okay, I'm back. And there was a particular video, it was called Fuck Like Get Gold. I'm actually wearing the t-shirt right now, if you can see it. If you want to pick it up, I can drop a link if you want, but it doesn't. Okay, anyways, I'm not here to plug a t-shirt or sell anything. I'm here to give my story and my speech that this probably wouldn't have happened anyway because it's taking way too fucking long, but fuck it, I'm just gonna get all these words out there because I want to say them. Yes, Chan, I understand, just hurry up and carry out the fucking speech. I don't need your fucking justifications, god. So for that video, Fuck Like Get Gold one, it actually happened after I had a fight with my partner at the time, Jenny. Hey baby, love your work at Otherworldly if you want to check her out. Which, by the way, she actually also got nominated as Best in Travel, which I feel like she should have won because damn, that girl hustles like a motherfucker. In her head, she's like a fucking Donald Trump. Okay, not Donald Trump, but in the sense that, not in the sense of like the shittiness, but in the sense of like, okay, that was a bad example. Let's not use Donald Trump. Let's just use like a really good business person. That's the metaphor. She fucking hustles hard, man. I'm always really impressed with her hustle, and I was like, yeah, man. Like, if anyone deserves it, it's her. But then fucking Jamie Curry won the award, and you know, don't get me wrong, I love Jamie Curry. Jamie Curry, you're probably not watching this, or Julie, you shouldn't watch this. Nah, you can watch it. It's all good. I love you and everything, but I just feel like Jamie Curry's not really a travel influencer, so I don't really get why she won, but she won anyway. I'm just like, fuck, that's kind of weird. It's like, if I won Best in Cooking for my nut milk video, it's like, I would be like, I'm so sorry, other cooking influencers. I do not deserve this. I don't know what the fuck happened. I got an award. I can teach you how to make nut milk. If it makes no, okay. So me and my partner Jenny, we had a fight, and it inspired me to do a little talk, and the talk was actually more as a subtle message to her. It's like, you know, and it turned out it helped a lot of fucking people. Because the message was kind of like, you know, if you get broken in life, which everyone will do, it's like, don't take it as like, oh, life is shit, but actually take it as an opportunity for you to grow. That kind of message, you know, and it's like, the more you get broken, the more you can actually grow, so it's actually a good thing to like break yourself and like get fucked up, you know? Not with drugs or anything, well, unless it's like LSD and like, you know, like shrooms are all good. Okay, anyways, this is not about that. Right, so I was saying it helped a lot of people. I mean, I literally had people messaging me saying I was gonna commit suicide or, you know, do all these bad things until I watched that video and actually got me to pull through that dark times. And when I saw that shit, it's like, it's not shit. I don't know why it said that. It's just me like trying to sound cool at the moment, but actually it had such a big impact on me. Like, you know, I just cry my fucking eyes out every time I receive one of those messages. I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, holy fuck. And it's just, I mean, it just goes to show how much impact an influencer really can have. Positive influence as well as negative influence if you're gonna be promoting like fucking all the bad products that I won't name because you know what they are. They're fucking shit. Don't consume them. Consume the good shit. I'm very glad. Let's just say that, okay? I don't want to sound too like I'm so grateful for life and my mom and like, okay, I don't want to go down that route, but I'm very happy. I'm very glad that I can do this as like a job kind of thing and help people and inspire people. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for my fams. You're not my fans. You're my fams with an M because that's better than a fan. Isn't that right? Who the fuck are you talking to? My imaginary friends? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you Social Media Auckland for this award. Thank you all the 25 judges that judged me and got me this award. Apparently there are 25 of you. That's fucking cool. Despite the fact that there were like 4 awards where there were like 2 winners. I don't really get how that worked. But you know, that's cool, man. I'll leave it to you guys because I know it's your first time with influencers. Must be really hard. Shout out to Julian. I know you work real hard. It's all good, bro. You should probably get a spell checker next time because you can spell my name wrong and a lot of other shit in emails, but that's cool, bro. I feel you. You're a cool guy. It's all good. Yeah. Thank you. I'll continue to keep making funny videos that's gonna brighten your day, and once in a while, a real video that's gonna change your life. Until then, I'm gonna drop some quotes. Hang on. Fuck clay, get gold, eat pussy, not animals, suck your own dick.
Hey!